Valve cover gaskets. Excuse me. So in this video we're going to go over how to change valve cover gaskets. I'm going to try to make it a fairly quick video. This is an 05 Cadillac Escalade with 6.0. It's going to be the same process on pretty much all your LS engines. 4.8, 5.3, 6.0. Don't remember 8.1. Anyways, before we even get started, we know our valve cover gaskets are leaking. We're going to get into that. But whenever you have an oil leak, you want to make sure you don't have positive crankcase pressure. So to do this, we're going to take a glove, we're going to start the engine, and we're going to hold it over our oil fill cap. We're going to take off the oil fill cap, and we're going to hold the glove over it. If you see that glove start filling up and getting pressure in it like you're blowing a balloon up, you've got positive crankcase pressure, and that's probably what's causing your oil leaks, and you need to fix that first. If you see it pulling it down, that's great. Negative pressure, you're ready to rock and roll. So let's take a look and see if that's what's going on with this one. Alright. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sucking the glove down in there. Alright, so I don't know if you was able to actually see it, but it is sucking the glove down in there. So we're good on that area. So we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is remove our engine covers. We're actually going to have 3 of them on this one since it's the Escalade. You're going to have your main top cover that pretty much everybody's going to have if it's still on your truck. And then you're going to have the 2 side covers. I believe it's going to be a 7mm. You pick it up, pull it out, it'll come off. The 2 side covers, I believe they're just sitting on studs. So we'll get that yanked off there and we'll look at the next step. Alright, so I lied to you. You're going to have your 8mm right here. Now if you've got, I don't know if the Denali's have the covers on the sides. If you have the Cadillac or the Denali's, your hose clamp for your heater hoses is going to be right here. Pop it loose. Then you're going to have 2 8s on each side as well. Boom. And right there. So take the top one off first, then decide which one of the sides you want to take off, get them out of the way, and let's take a look at these valve cover gaskets. Alright, so we're looking at the driver's side valve cover. You can see it's leaking pretty nasty on here. Your first step is going to remove your ignition coils, and there will be, let's see if I can find it. So there's a little stud here, 10mm. There's one there, there's one back here on the back. Get my hand out of the light. There's one right there at the end of my finger. There it goes. There's going to be 5 or 6 of those you're going to take loose. You're going to undo your connector right here for your coil pack assemblies and get that out of your way. And then the next thing we're going to want to do is take some compressed air and blow all this junk out. While we're at it, we'll probably go through and rub the harness like this, because if it's going to come apart, fall apart like that, you want it to do it before you remove that valve cover. So keep that in mind. We're going to pull our plug wires off, take our 5 or 6 10mm stud bolts out, and then we're going to undo this little fancy connector right here. And it's got a lock right here if you'll look. You actually just grab it and pull it out, and that'll lock it and pull up on it, and it comes undone. Pretty simple. So I'll get that off and out of the way and we'll jump back. Alright, so one thing to note, you do have your harnesses that are going to be on this coil bracket, your injectors, and then your main harness right here. So you can either use something like this clip tool. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description for y'all, and you can actually get up underneath it and pry it out like that. But from my experience, they break. So instead of that, if I can get y'all back here without screwing everything up, you can actually take, man, this is a shitty angle. Alright, so a little bit better angle for y'all. so it's not binding. You can actually take your screwdriver and do like that. I'll show you when I get this bracket on off, but you want to come up under it and pop it like that. Let's see which side of this is the lock side. See if she'll focus. See if I can get y'all. Go up under, and then we're gonna just like that, boom. And in that way you don't have to worry about breaking these little holders. But go through, undo all of those as well. Alright, so here's the passenger side. Let me walk around here a little bit so you can see how nasty it is. Now, passenger side and driver side are pretty much identical. On the passenger side, once you get your cool bracket, ignition cool bracket unbolted, you'll pick it up through here. On the driver side, you'll have to kind of feed it back a little bit and pull it out. Passenger side, the main difference is you've got these heater hoses right here. Now you want to be very careful with these, because unless somebody's already repaired it on yours, there's plastic fittings up here that are notorious for leaking. So if you mess with these hoses too much, there's a good chance those will start leaking. The only other thing I can think to point out to you is if you look all the way back here on the back of this valve cover, that's where your very back cool bolt is. So it's a little bit aggravating to get to, but other than that, it's all straightforward. Now, if you'll look in this area right here, this is what we don't want hanging around, is all this junk. So I'm actually going to use compressed air and blow all the loose debris out from around this engine. That way when we pull this valve cover, we don't have to worry about it. You can use a shop vac, that's all you got. Use your wife's vacuum cleaner, she will never notice. But yeah, we will probably show you the driver's side since it's easier to see. We'll get that valve cover off and go from there. Pretty simple so far. While I've got you here, before I pull it off, you do have a hose right here. I find a lot of times it's easier to take it off the throttle body intake, whatever you want to call it. Just pop that hose off, and then if we move around here to the driver's side, its hose is back here on the back, and it usually comes off fairly easy. That one right there. So see, this one's pretty nasty too. But yeah, we'll show it when we get them off. Oh, you're gonna have 4 8mm bolts holding your valve covers down, in case you didn't realize that. Alright, so there's our driver side valve cover off. Now you're going to clean the area that the gasket's going to sit on, obviously, and I've got this little tool right here. I don't remember the brand of it, but it's a carbide scraper, and this thing, it works pretty well. I love them. I'm trying to stay out of his way, but basically you're going to get you a shop vac or vacuum cleaner, and you're going to take this, or a razor blade, whatever you're using, lay it flat, and you'll just run it across. Now the bottom side's not too bad, it's going to fall on down, but the top side you're going to shop vac running to suck all that goodness up. But as you can see right there, effortless. This bad boy, I don't remember how much they are, they're not much, but they're worth every penny. I'll try to put a link to this in the description too, if you're interested, if you just want to see what they look like. But so we're going to clean these up, get your shop vac, go around, clean all that junk up, and then keep from messing y'all up too much, here are your valve covers. So already, with using, let's say, 8mm, 10mm, an extension, a wobbler, and a clip tool, we've got these things off and ready to clean. So we're going to soak these down and clean them up real well. We're going to see how much we clean off the bottom side of them. This is your passenger, this is your driver. And once I get everything cleaned up, we're going to put our gaskets in our valve cover. I'll go over some tricks with that, so make sure you watch that part, and we'll be ready to go. While we're here, let me see if I can get y'all, see if I can get y'all zoomed in on this clip. So you can see this little and it's basically going to sit over and it'll snap. Showing you on the wrong side. This is freaking horrible. Y'all let me know in the comments how shitty this is. But it just snaps together, so you put your screwdriver and pop that loose for your wire harness. Get y'all out of that. Anyways, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean everything up, clean all your junk up. Everybody likes clean junk, nobody likes dirty junk. We'll get it cleaned up and ready to go back on. Alright, so we got our valve covers cleaned up. We're going to put our gasket on and then replace the seals that go around our bolts. So first you want to knock the bolts out. What I'm going to try to do is use a 7mm on extension and see if that'll kind of tap them out. Just like that, you'll end up with a bolt. So I'll try to do this one to make sure y'all can see kind of what's going on. So you're going to put it down like that. Just like that. Drives it out. It actually cuts some of the rubber off. Anyways, we're going to drive all these out. You might not be able to see all of them on camera, but and you don't want to go freaking crazy with this. You want to break crap. That's what it takes. So now we've got all them out. You're left. Set our valve cover out of the way. You're left with 4 bolts like this. So what I like to do is take a razor blade. Don't cut your hand open. I just slice the old seals, get them out of the way. Now if they're all off, you will take your new seals right here. This flat part goes up, so it's going to sit on this bolt. If we can focus in, it's going to sit on it like that. So you're going to take, you go to push it down, and it's going to be a little aggravating. So you can take your little pocket screwdriver, or I got a pick, and basically what we're going to do, we're going to stick our screwdriver in our seal, and then we're going to pry down on the slip right here to work it on. Kind of go easy with it. If it don't seem like it's wanting to go, back up and repunt. It's kind of odd trying to stand here and do this with the camera in the way. I'm already on over there. That's why. So we got to do this part. I don't know why it's so much easier to do stuff when you're not on the camera. Just never really works out the way you want it to. Anyways, if I get to go under, I usually just roll it around, and there we are. So that one is on there. Let me try to do another one. Maybe y'all can see what the crap's going on. So that's gonna go on there. And we're actually gonna take our pick. It's gonna stick through and pry on that lip right there. And we're just going to kind of work it around as we're prying. just like that. So just take your time. It's hard for me to show you exactly what I'm doing, but basically I'm sticking the pick or flathead screwdriver, and we're prying the gasket or the seal on there just like that. So I'm going to do the other two, find the one that I dropped. It's in the bottom of my cart right here, and then I'll show you how to actually get them to go into the valve cover. Alright, so we got all 4 seals on there. The other 2 pop right on there. I don't know why stuff's so much more difficult when you're trying to record it. But this can be the most aggravating part of this whole entire job. It's going to be even more aggravating trying to get it on camera. You're going to drop your bolts in there. And then what I like to do is grab this and pull and kind of rock it. So, and usually you can kind of see your seal right in there, and right there you can see it's not all the way down in there. So what we're going to do on this top side, we're going to look down in this crack right here, and we're just going to lightly push. Remember, I got a pick, so you got to be careful. It's a dull pick, and she's still not quite yet there. And it's set down in there, so I believe she's there. Yep, you can, I don't know if you can pick up on camera, but it's in there. You'll be able to see it better on this one. Hopefully this is showing up halfway decent. So put her bolt in there, turn it upside down. We're going to grab it and work it around a few times while we're pulling on it, and then you can see, boy, that's just not showing up great. You can see it's around it right here, but when you get right there, it's not. You can see my pick's going in there. So we'll just simply turn it over. Just kind of push the rubber back with the pick. See if she went. She did. So you can see on this one better, your rubber is actually around your valve cover right there. So I'll do the other 2 off camera just so y'all don't sit here and watch this crap. Once these are in, we'll set our gasket in here, and we'll put these bad boys back on. Alright, so we've got them all in there. You're going to look at your gasket right here. You're going to have a thick side and then a thin side. The inside's got the little ribs right there to help it grip. The inside goes in to the valve cover, so you got your little notches. We're just going to line those up, and you can put a little bit of black RTV, just a dab, in a few different places around here to help hold this in place. These valve covers aren't too bad, so you should be alright. But on ones that are more difficult, that you're going to have to maneuver and duck it in and out of a few different things, sometimes I put a little bit of RTV, and that'll help hold this gasket in place. So for whatever reason you're struggling with this gasket staying in your valve cover when you're trying to put it on, just pull it back off. Just a little small dab of RTV. It doesn't take much. A few different places. Give it about 10-15 minutes, and that will hold your gasket in place. So there she is. She's on there, and she's ready to go back on. So I think I'm going to show you how to put the passenger side on real quick. I think these bolts torque down to 106 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. But after that, I've got faith y'all can handle it from here. Just reverse procedure. Torque them down, put your brackets back on, connect your connectors, everything else. One thing I will say, don't put your plastic covers on if you got a Cadillac until you've let the engine run and you've verified that you don't have any leaks. So we'll get this bad boy up there. Alright, so let's see if I can slide this valve cover from here without making it look like a fool. Like I said, be careful around your heater hoses. You want to just ease your valve cover back down here, and then try to line it up pretty close where it goes. And then what you're going to do, try to start one of your bolts. I'm probably not way. We're just going to move this valve cover around until we feel our bolts wanting to start. Just stay out of y'all's way. There he goes. Just take your time. Make sure you get them all started. Let's see what's going on with this front one. There it goes. Once you get them all started, look around your valve cover, make sure you don't have anything stuck like a wire stuck under it. As long as nothing's under there, torque these bad boys down. Don't forget to hook your PCV hoses back up. And then once that's done, reassemble it. Go ahead and put your ignition coil bracket back on there, tighten it down, and like I said, just before you put any type of covers around the engine, let it run for a few minutes. Double check you don't have any leaks, and you're good to go. Fairly simple job. I'd say most important things to watch out for is debris falling into your head. Be careful around your heater hoses with the little cheap plastic connectors up there that like to break. And yeah, that's it. If you found this video useful, let me know in the comments. What would you rather me do different? What annoys you? Whatever. Give me some feedback. But anyways, if you find it useful, hit that subscribe button. Let me know you're liking it. If y'all got certain things you want to see videos of, excuse me, let me know, because I don't record every job I do. I don't have enough time. But if you let me know what you're needing to see or what y'all would be interested in seeing, I'll try to get that. But there it is. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope it helps you.